talking about a home. Talking about me and you. Things we'll do. I said a home. Talking about a home. Not talking about a one-night stand. I wanna be your man. I said a home.
From the people who bring you Charleston Home and Design Magazine, the Charleston Home and Design Show, the Custom Home and Remodel Show, and Charleston's online home show, newhomecharleston.com, this is Talking About a Home. Talking About a Home is a home show on the radio, featuring interviews with local experts, home tips, trends, and ideas you need to know to make your home better. I'm Michael Blaze with 5 Star Real Estate, and this is Talking About a Home.
If you're just joining us, I'm Paige Mills with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. I'm speaking with Rafael Kedevez with Real Deal Countertops. How are you doing today, Rafael?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about Real Deal Countertops?
All right, Real Deal Countertop, it's a company that has been in business for more than 10 years now, and we are in this beautiful new location here in Somerville. We do all from countertop, bathroom countertop, kitchen's countertop, jacuzzi surrounds, fireplaces. We do anything pretty much. It's a custom made. Any place they want to put a granite, we can do it.
Anything in stone. And now, is granite the only type of stone that you offer?
No, we also offer sour stone and Caesar stone. There's a quartz product.
Okay. And what's the difference in the quartz product and then regular granite?
All right, the quartz is a man-made material, and granite is natural. And has several colors in quartz, but granite has more colors as well.
So when you say man-made, it's still natural, but it's man-made into a slab.
Exactly. It has quartz in it. That's the part that make natural, but it is still a man-made. It has a lot of other, some has some glasses in it. So that's why it's a man-made, because it's, manufactured. Right. It's not, cut out of the mountain like a granite.
So it's more of a uniform pattern. With granite, what you get is what you get, and not any two slabs are not the same.
Exactly. That's exactly one slab of quartz, it's exactly the same as the other one, the next one. So granite, it's more it varies in colors.
And the Silestone and the Caesar stone, the quartz products, I know for a while they were more, they seemed more durable, but y'all are doing a lot of things with granite now to be able to protect it.
Yes, that's true. Quartz, you don't have to seal it. Granite, you have to seal it, but now it has so many sealers out that you apply it. You don't have to apply every 6 months like before.
Right.
So it's really easy to take care of granite. People they don't have to be scared of granite. People sometimes before they're going to quartz just because they're afraid they have to seal it every 6 months. Now you don't have to do that anymore. And even if you have to, it's very easy to do. It's something that anybody can do it. It's a spray bottle, you spray it and wait it to dry and wipe it, and it's easy. But nowadays, if you wanted to put this 15 years, 25 years warranty sealer, you can do that.
And is that something that you guys provide as well, the warranted sealers?
Definitely, that's something that we can provide.
Do you also do like a maintenance service? If I'm a homeowner and I don't want the hassle of having to reseal, will you set up like a maintenance where you would come back and reseal for me every so often?
Definitely, no, that's definitely. We stay behind our work. Mm-hmm. If a customer called with any concern, we always go to the customer house and take care of the customer the best as we can.
Right. What's some commonly asked questions that you're hearing from customers right now?
It's really how to take care of it, and we have a beautiful website that has all the maintenance there. Always refer to the customer to go to our website and read that. That will help the customer how to take care of their granite. Right. If the granite chips, is scratched, of course, it's a natural stone. You have to take care of it, but it's very hard to damage your countertop. Once it's in, you take care of it, it's going to be beautiful forever.
And now, with the different types of slabs, you guys don't just install. You actually have you bring in slabs. Where do you guys get your material from?
Yes, I personally go to Brazil and hand select our granites. So we do have a granite in stock. We're not only a fabricator. We have slabs in stock as well. Compared to all, other fabricators, they don't really have those in stock. We do have material in stock for the customer to come in, look at it, and we always ask for the customer to look at the slabs before we do anything. Right. You know, it's very important to us to have the customer look at the slab before we do anything.
So that's kind of one of the things that sets you apart. I mean, it is time consuming for someone to hire a fabricator and installer, but then they have to go to a different location to pick out their granite, and then those two people have to work together to get the granite, then fabricate it. You can make everything go a lot faster.
Exactly. It's one-time shop. They come here, they select the stone, we fabricate. We have sinks as well. We can provide them with sinks. It's one-time shop. We do everything from the beginning to the end. We have a lot of customers that sometimes they come here, they don't know what they're looking for color-wise. I personally help them select the stone. I go to their house, do a measurements, give them a price. We do everything.
Well, I know you were just telling me when you were in the radio show a few weeks ago that somebody heard you and that day came into the showroom, and that was not long ago, and you've told me you've already installed. So that was like a very quick process. How long does it normally take?
It is. It's true. They heard us. They came on a Saturday and they saw what we had in stock. They love it, and where we install it, and it looks beautiful. And from the time we do the final measurement, take about a week for installation. So it's pretty quick.
Wow. Okay. What's the hottest selling, the colors right now in granite? What are you seeing the most of?
It's a lot on the browns. A lot on the browns. Very popular on the beiges, the brown, the neutral color. A lot of people like the neutral because it goes well with a lot of different colors. Right. So that's that neutral color.
Right, and if it's one of the more expensive things you do in your kitchen, you don't want to have to change it when you decide to change your paint color.
That's true, and that's what we have in stock. We have neutral color, we have exotic colors in stock as well, and that is true. It's something that you do once. Doing once. If you want to change your wall colors, you want to make sure you pick something that in the future you want to change your color will match with your granite.
Right. Is there a certain part of town you guys do work in, or are you just all over the Charleston area?
We are all over Charleston area. We go Mount Plaza, West Ashley, Kiowa, Seabrook, Somerville, Hanahan, Goose Creek. We go everywhere.
And how long have y'all been in business?
We've been in business for more than 10 years.
Y'all actually have a company in another state as well, too.
Yeah, the whole corporation started up in Massachusetts. That's where everything started. And we decided to come to South Carolina. It's a beautiful weather.
Right. Well, tell our listeners where your new showroom is located.
We are in Somerville on 818 Central Avenue in Somerville.
And what's your website?
Website is realdealcountertops.com.
And a phone number they can reach you at?
It is 866-707-1414. 866-707-1414.
Okay, we've been talking with Rafael Quetevez with Real Deal Countertops. Thanks for having us today, Rafael.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
If you're just joining us, I'm Paige Mills with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. I'm speaking with Robert Gatch with All About Garage Doors. How are you doing, Robert?
Pretty good, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about All About Garage Doors.
All About Garage Doors is a locally owned, family-owned business. We've been doing garage doors in this area for about almost 10 years now. So We're well established. We do service and repairs also on garage doors.
Obviously, your name is all about garage doors. So is that all that you do?
Well, my wife picked that name out, and it does say we mainly do all about garage doors. Right. So that's what I'm good at. I work on the doors myself. My wife won't let me do anything else except for work on garage doors. So we just talking about countertops. We're in this nice place. So we're thinking about doing some countertops, and my wife says she's going to get somebody else to do it. So you're not doing it. You can work on the garage doors, but you're not doing the countertops.
You're not a granite installer.
No, I'm not a granite installer, nothing else. But garage doors is what we mainly do. Like I said, but it does encompass. There's so many different styles of garage doors now. With the carriage styles and the hurricane styles and stuff. So,
speaking of hurricane style, I mean, we're in hurricane season right now, so tell me a little bit about those.
Well, yes, we are. So, all new construction required to be 130 miles an hour wind loads. Now, there is a grandfather clause where some homes that were prior or just after Hugo, they don't have wind loaded doors. But we're starting to see the trend of people that they're replacing these doors that are, 15, 20 years old. They're really looking into the wind-loaded doors, which is very smart because, we live in an area to where...
Well, your entry doors have to be that way, and your windows do, so why not your garage doors as well?
Well, your garage doors is your largest moving part of your house. It is. If you have a small door or a big 16-foot double car garage door, there's nothing else bigger space that's moving. And why wouldn't you want to protect that from hurricanes and wind loads and, providing the wind loads, for your car and stuff like that.
Right. So when you install garage doors, as far as controlling them, are there any new fancy gadgets out there to help, open and close the doors?
There are. We sell all the products. We sell all the major brands of openers. You just name a few. LiftMaster, Craftsman, Lanier, Genie. I prefer to stick with the Laniers. That's what we mainly sell a lot of. My installers like to install them, which is very important. My customers like them because they're very easy to control, which is very important. Right. And they're priced real well. So a lot of times when I go out and talk to someone about new garage door openers, I will mention our Lanier line. It's not as well known as like the LiftMaster or the Genie, but their warranties are a lot better. Like I said, it's my customers seem to like them and stuff. But yeah, there's all different types of openers. I'm sure. It's hard to stay abreast sometimes on all different gadgets and stuff, right. But we try to.
Can you open a door with your iPhone?
Yes.
I knew you were going to say yes.
Yeah. Now I can't do that, but I'm sure somebody that's really
Surrey can do it.
Yes, Surrey could do it.
Well, what's the hottest selling garage door right now that you've seen?
Right now we have, if you go check out us on our website at aagdcharleston.com, it's a CHI overhead door called Accent. Okay, it's a real nice door. It's real popular. It's they come in mahogany, dark wood, I think like a light oak, but they are a steel door that gives you that option of having that wood look, and without all the maintenance right. of the wood. So right now that seems to be real popular right now.
And those are with the windows and everything?
Carriage style. They look like, they look like real wood, and like you could just walk up there and open it up, like swing open right. and drive out. But they work like an overhead door.
Tell us what kind that is again.
They're called CHI overhead doors, and they're called Accents. Okay. And if you go to our website at aagdcharleston.com, you can click on our view our residential doors and go to our carriage style doors.
Okay. Well, what sets you apart from your competition here in the Charleston area?
I think, there's a lot of good companies out there, but one of the things that sets us apart is, I mean, we're local. So it's always good to support your local businesses. I do it. You know, there's a lot of mom and pops. I mean, you know, we're a family business. I mean, you know, my daughter's getting of age. She's 15, 16. She's starting to help out in the
We've seen her working at the home show.
Yes, and she likes doing that. So, you know, my wife helps out. But I think what separates us is, you know, our people that, you know, that we have working for us. Because we are a family business, that the people that we hire on, you know, we have to feel comfortable with them to work with them. And then so we want, you know, our customers to feel comfortable with them when they come into their houses and, you know, garages and stuff like that. Another thing is I go out, we do free estimates. I like to look at every job that we do. So, you know, there's no surprises when we show up to do the install. Also, if I'm the salesperson, that's what we call it, because I'm the owner and also I do sales.
Right.
I have another salesperson, but whoever's your salesperson will be out there at the job while they're doing, not the whole time,
Right.
but while they're doing the job to make sure everything's
Right, like you bring the installers with you and say, you know, we're here for the day, and kind of set the tone.
correct, right? Because, you know, I've talked to the customer and I know those little things that they're looking for, so I gotta convey it to the installers and stuff. So that, I think that's what separates us from our competitions.
And how long have you been in business? Did you tell me that?
It's almost 10 years. It's like 2004, so we're fixing to go on. It goes by.
And where are y'all located?
We're located in Somerville, but we work the whole Tri-County area. I mean, we'll go as far as Seabrook, Kiowa. But our location is 10320 Highway 78, Somerville, South Carolina. So if you Google us on Google Map, you can come see us. We got a little showroom in there if you'd like to come in out the heat. And
You're also going to be at the home show coming up August 16th, 17th, and 18th.
we're excited. We're excited about it. I mean, we my daughter was asking me about it. You know, she said, "Dad, am I working?" I said, "Yes, you did a great job." Yes.
And tell us the website and your phone number again.
The website is aagdcharleston.com, and our phone number, you can reach us at area code 843-832-4304. I'm also going to give you my cell phone, so, you know, if a customer hears me and they want me to come out, you know, give them a quote, my cell phone number is area code 843-514-8913.
We've been speaking with Robert Gatch with All About Garage Doors. Thanks, Robert.
Oh, thank you.
If you're just joining us, I'm Paige Mills with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. I'm speaking with Kim Blayton with HOCOA. How are you doing, Kim?
I'm great. Thanks for having us here.
Why don't you tell our listeners what exactly HOCOA is?
Sure. HOCOA is a home repair network. We provide contractors who provide all types of services for homeowners who are members in our group. We can provide services, everything from plumbing to electrical to painting and flooring, anything for inside your home or out. We provide landscaping services, and that can be anything from a simple lawn mow to an extravagant redo of your landscaping, including lighting and sprinklers.
So if I'm a homeowner, I would call you and you would find all my people that I would need for a remodel.
Absolutely. We look for the very best contractors, the ones that we know are going to be reliable and fit with your project. Actually, all of the contractors in our network, we personally interview. We have actually built over time great relationships with them. And we know that they are licensed and insured, and we actually hold those certificates in our office, so we know they're safe to send into your home.
And do you manage the entire job, or do you just give us the list of the companies and then we're on our own?
We are sort of the facilitator. We will talk to you about what job you need done and the specifics of it, and then we will get in touch with our contractors and have them call you. And so we sort of look at ourselves as the facilitator.
So whenever I call, then you give me the name of like the company for the granite in my kitchen, and then at the end, do you follow up? Do you know to make sure that those people that you've got on your list are doing what they're supposed to be doing?
Absolutely. That's one of the great things about HOCOA is we do follow up. We like to build relationships with all of our homeowner members. When a job is done or sometimes even in progress, I'll call and just check in with the homeowner, make sure everything's going well and is done to their satisfaction.
And so you say your homeowner members. What? So this is like Sam's or Costco. You are paying a membership fee to receive these benefits.
Exactly. We do charge an annual fee, and it's only $58, which I think is really reasonable when you look at all of the benefits and discounts that you get with us. That membership fee gives you access to all of our contractors. It also gives you some great benefits and discounts with other affiliates, such as Sears Commercial, where you can get really great discounts on new appliances, lawn equipment, basically anything that Sears would sell in the store, you can go through us and get a really great discount. We have a partnership with ProSource Wholesale Floor Coverings. They give our HOCOA members great discounts on carpeting and hardwood flooring. And then we also have a relationship with ADT Home Security, and we offer a prescription discount card that can save you up to 75% on prescription discounts.
Oh, wow. So I know like ProSource is a company that sells to the trade. So the benefit to a homeowner is that they could normally not get flooring from them unless they're a member of HOCOA.
Exactly. And our homeowners can go in just like a contractor can, look at the showroom, pick out exactly what they want, come back to us and say, hey, we picked out this great floor, and then we can also help them with the installation.
Is there a certain part of town that only your contractors will work in, or is this all over Charleston area?
Oh, we're all over Charleston, Charleston County, Berkeley, Dorchester County. We have members everywhere from Mount Pleasant to Kiowa and Moncks Corner, so we can service everybody.
How long have y'all been in business?
HOCOA of Charleston has been in the area for 13 years.
Really? Wow. And where are they located?
Our office is located right here in Somerville on North Cedar Street. That's our physical location, but like I said, we can service members all over town.
And what's the most commonly asked question you've heard lately from some of your homeowner members?
Well, with the crazy weather we've been having, a lot of people have been having to put off their landscaping, and so it's getting a little bit out of control because it's hard when it rains so much, and then, the grass is knee-high all of a sudden. So we've had a lot of requests for landscaping.
All in 1 week. Yes. We want our grass cut now.
Exactly. Everybody right now.
Well, tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you, your website and phone number.
Absolutely. Our website is www.hocoaofcharleston.com, and HOCOA is spelled HOCOA. Our phone number here locally is 881-7313.
And you guys are also going to be at the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up in August?
We are. We'll be there.
We've been speaking with Kim Blayton with HOCOA of Charleston on today's radio show at Real Deal Countertops. Thanks, Kim.
Thanks so much.
If you're just joining us, I'm Paige Mills with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. I'm speaking with Marty Whitaker with Tailored Closets. How are you, Marty?
Hi, Paige. Just fine.
Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and Tailored Closets.
Well, being in the kitchen and bath remodel business for several years, 9 years ago, I'd have to say, both Elaine and I seen a niche need for people, for homeowners wanting their storage space to work harder for them. People are frustrated with the chaos, and so we've seen the need to help provide a tailored design space for people. I thought it was just going to be a closet starting out, but now we're doing everything from entertainment centers to laundry rooms to pantries, any space in the home that people just don't know what to do with. And so it's been a good business, and we've seen a good result in pleasing customers, making them happy.
Right, because you're right thinking about it. In kitchen and bath, you hire your cabinet person and all of that, but then all of those other areas that might need cabinetry, those people don't specialize in that.
Yes, it's not something typically you can just go out to Lowe's and buy. It is very custom. I know we throw that word around a lot, but that's how we came up with the name Tailored Closets, because we are very custom. Every space is unique, and every homeowner and their needs are unique. And so we customize that design and provide them what they need to.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the common trends you're seeing right now with homeowners.
I would have to say the trend is one of frustration, really, because
We all have too much stuff.
yeah, we do. And we don't know where to put it all. There's function, or there's lack of function. There's being disorganized in our lives. And so we go in and look at that space, and people want their storage space to work harder for them. And so it's one of frustration, and that's where we come in, design a space, and actually play TV shows like HGTV has really helped the homeowner see that it's not a luxury anymore. Custom closets is not a luxury. It's more or less an expected amenity in the busy, cluttered lives we live.
Right, and it's that space up above the cabinet that goes to the ceiling that you don't use. And, you don't necessarily have to have the biggest closet in the world if it's planned right.
Exactly. A solid design goes a long ways. It does not have to, and we can do that. We can design something very simple, economical, or something very tailored to what your needs might be as a client.
When we were talking earlier, you said something about lighting.
Well, that's another one of the hottest trends, I would have to say, that we've introduced to the market. It goes beyond just accent lighting, but with low voltage LED lighting now, it's very functional, and people are wanting to see that. We've introduced that just recently last year at the Charleston Home and Design Show in, I believe it was January, and we had great results come from that.
And you'll be back there in August with the lighting.
Yes, so you'll see that lighting there as well that we'll be displaying.
Other than the lighting, like what's some of the, all of us women like the nifty little gadgets that go in the closets. Tell us about some of those.
I would have to say accessorize, and there's a whole host of those we're doing everything from in-wall safes to ironing boards. If you have a problem with ironing, we'll put a TV in there for you, provide access for that so you can watch your favorite HGTV show and get your ironing done, to hampers. Those are almost a standard now. Dresser drawers, jewelry inserts, makeup, whatever, it's limitless of what you can do. And not just in the closet, but pantries as well, laundry rooms, garage systems. We do the whole realm of storage space and what,
I'm going to need you in my garage soon, I think.
Well, we can help.
I'm out cleaning it out right now.
We can help. That seems to be where everything ends up.
It is. Well, what sets you apart from your competition?
I'd have to say two things. Product and service. Not being a franchise, not being a big box company, we are not limited to stock sizes. Everything is designed, cut, and milled and built to your needs. So I'm not going to sell you a set standard size, but because every space is different. So that is one difference that sets us apart. We're not limited in our design or an inventory that we have to maintain or an overhead. And when it comes to services, again, being the owner and operator as well, we're the ones coming out, meeting with you, designing your space, and installing it. So from soup to nuts, from beginning to end, we're working with you. Someone else is not going to come out that you don't know, but our designer works with you from beginning to end. We're on site there. So we give you that personalized attention. It's a big investment.
And who's your designer?
Elaine Whitaker.
Your wife, and I'm sure she's the best designer you've ever had working for you.
Yes, she's been doing it 9 years now, and she had experience in working with mechanical engineering. This is a bit different, but we love what we do, and we love helping people and educating people.
Well, what part of town do you guys work in? I know y'all are, your home base is in Moncks Corner?
Somerville, Goose Creek area, but we're crossing the bridges constantly from Kiowa to Isle of Palms to downtown. That seems to be up to Somerville here as well.
Okay. And what's your website?
It is www.tailoredclosets.com.
And a phone number that our listeners can reach you at?
It is 843-696-0791. On that website, by the way, are some helpful tips when you are comparing companies and you're shopping and you're getting quotes and bids. It's very helpful to go to that website and see those tips so you can compare products and companies as well.
We've been speaking with Marty Whitaker with Tailored Closets on talking about a home today from Real Deal Countertops. Thanks for coming out, Marty.
Thank you very much, Paige.
If you're just joining us, I'm Paige Mills with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Custom Home and Remodel Show coming up August 16th through the 18th at the Citadel's Johnson-Hagood Stadium. I am speaking with Cindy Rimbert with Custom Carolina Hanging Beds. How are you, Cindy?
Doing very well, thank you.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Custom Carolina Hanging Beds and how you guys got started?
Oh, great. Well, our business is Custom Carolina Hanging Beds. It's family owned and operated. We got started officially early part of this year in March while I was expecting our first child. Our idea came about because of we have our son's room, and we didn't have enough space to have a guest room and also our baby's room. So what we did was we actually installed a folding bed, which actually qualifies as a hanging bed, that folds out from the wall when we have guests over, and then when they're not, we actually put it back up, and it acts as a space saver. So we have a guest room / baby room, and that's how we got started initially. And then we have...
So tell me, wait, this bed, it's not like a in the wall bed. It's a bed that attaches to the wall and then hangs down. So when it's up, it's like a nice piece of wooden architecture to the room.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, and so that was our first bed that we did, and then we did a hanging bed outside our backyard, and it was underneath an oak tree, and we got lots of reviews from that, and lots of friends and family wanted one, and it just kind of took off from there. And so my husband is a perfectionist, and he owns Custom Carolina Construction, and so he's been extremely busy with that also.
And he's the one who actually constructs these beds for you guys.
Yes, he does. So he's basically the mastermind behind it, you could say. And so he constructs all of them. And then what we do is we actually do in-home consultations with our customers. We go to their house or their home, and we do the consultations. We bring all of the materials, the different types of woods, fabrics, things of that sort at their location, but they also can come to our showroom also.
And these bed swings, I mean, what kind, we think of like a porch swing, but these are actually, they are beds, like twin, full, queen, sizes.
Correct. Yes. We go anywhere from a small swing all the way up to a queen size bed. So, but mostly what we're seeing is the twin size is what we mainly construct.
And are these something that you construct a stand for? Or are these attached to someone's porch, or how are they installed?
My husband, since he is a contractor, he knows exactly what he's looking for as far as the support system goes. And so most of the time we're doing the 4 points, which is there's 4 ropes attached to the hanging bed, and so.
So when you're attaching it to the hanging bed, is it attached to the person's ceiling of the porch, or do they have a stand, or can they have either way?
Yes, it is basically attached to the beams in your porch or in your home. But we also do construct trellises that they can go on outside of the home, and then also we do have ours hanging from basically a tree, and it looks great right on the water. So it's whatever.
What wouldn't look good right on the water?
Very true.
So also, I know that these beds, they're hanging from the ceiling, or they're hanging from the trellis, or they're hanging from the tree. As far if it's hanging from the tree, the mattresses, are these things that can be outside?
Yes, we use this umbrella material, and it is backed by a 5-year manufactured warranty. And we use polyfoam, which is actually filled with your pillows, your bolsters, and then also a foam mattress. And usually the foam mattresses are about 5 inches thick, and then we do offer packages for those as well. So you pick out the colors, the fabrics, the different textures that you want. It just all depends on your style.
And the pillows and everything too, all different sizes and types of pillows for the bed.
Yes, absolutely. Basically, is what we're seeing a lot of is that everybody or most people want like the 5 pillows with the 2 large bolsters and then like a 5-inch mattress.
I know when I was at your showroom the other day, you were showing me the workshop and that your husband does something different than other bed swing companies with the hardware.
Yes, it's actually most of the beds that we are doing is hidden, so you can't see the hardware on the outside. But it's to each individual's certain style because if we do build, everything is customized. So.
Right, so there's not like a package where you pick this bed. They just come in and tell you, this is my house, this is my design, this is what I like, and this is what kind of wood I want, what color, and everything is done specifically to their taste.
Yes, that is correct. And basically what we do is we sketch a drawing for them, and they say, yes, we like this, no, we don't, we want this, we want that. And so it's all depending upon that person, their style, and their design.
And tell me, you have a cool project going on right now with some reclaimed wood.
Yes, we actually are doing a heart pine bed, which was tore down in St. George. It was built in the 1900s, and basically is what we're doing is we're building, it's about a twin-size bed, and it's all reclaimed heart pine wood.
And so you can see a lot of pictures of beds on your website?
Yes, and that is CarolinaHangingBeds.com.
I know you guys also do some other things inside the showroom that you're selling, some custom oyster shell mirrors?
Yes, that is correct. We picked up a line from a local gentleman in Bluffton, and basically it's all from the May River, and it's we do oyster art, oyster mirrors, candle holders, things of that sort that we also have for purchase at our showroom.
And, you know, if I come in about start to finish, how long does it normally take for someone to get a custom bed swing?
Depending upon how detailed everything is, it's about 2 to 3 weeks.
Also, tell our listeners where your new showroom is located.
We are located at 233 Hogarth Lane, Suite B on Johns Island, South Carolina, right off the main road.
Yeah, right off Main Road, right at the bottom of the bridge.
Yep, that's correct.
And what's the website again?
It's CarolinaHangingBeds.com.
And the phone number they can reach you at?
Would be 843-476-1984, and that's for your free in-house consultations.
We've been speaking with Cindy Rimbert with Custom Carolina Hanging Beds at Real Deal Countertops in Somerville. Thanks, Cindy.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christy Conway with Charleston Home Design Magazine, and I'm here in this amazing Kiowa home with Bruce Canton of Canton Construction and Chris Rose of Chris Rose Architects. How are you guys doing today?
Good, pretty good.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being with me. This project is really special, I think, for both of you. Can you tell me a little bit about the process with the home?
Well, Chris had a client that had an older home here on Palm Warbler, and they loved the house. They'd owned the house, both families, for many, many years, and they have a very unique relationship. And Chris introduced me to the clients, and I was able to take the clients around and show them some of my work on the island, get to know them and talk with them, and then became involved with them as the design process progressed with Chris in the lead.
Okay. Chris, can you tell us about the design process?
Yeah, this is, I guess it's you know, I guess in the past 3 to 4 years, renovation has been key because people love where they are and that sort of thing, and that really, these are two families, not related, but very, very good friends, have been sharing vacations here for many, many years. They had some functional things that needed to get cleaned up, plus some very practical things. You know, they had window leaks, you know, with and that sort of thing. So we went through the whole process. The original house, it was built at a different flood zone, so the house had to actually be raised above flood, brought up to, we have a 50% rule, which says if you spend more than 50% of the value of the home, you have to bring everything up to current code. And so we lifted the house up above flood. We found the piers that survived Hugo, had 6 inches of concrete in them and sand the rest of the way. It's pretty scary. So, but anyway, there's a whole new foundation under the house, and the whole house was sort of the exterior was stripped off and reclad. We put a whole new roof system and captured some space on the second floor. Cleaned up the floor plan. The kitchen was a little kind of alcove before, and again for these multiple families and these big groupings, they wanted it. So we have an open kitchen now. New hurricane-resistant windows, better insulation, more energy-efficient heating and air conditioning systems, and also gave them tons more space upstairs for some additional bedrooms.
Right, so you actually added, what, two bedrooms upstairs, and that's a whole new section of the house, right?
Well, in essence, actually, when we pushed forward in the front of both wings, we were able to pick up another bedroom downstairs too.
Oh,
so you
okay.
really picked up 3 bedrooms. If you wanted to count the media room as a bedroom, then even more so.
Because that used to be a bedroom,
Yeah,
right?
that
Right.
was a bedroom and could be classified as a bedroom or used as a bedroom.
And actually now, you have dual master bedrooms.
Correct.
Okay, and that's because of the 2 families, I would imagine.
And that we're doing a lot of that. I guess even if we don't have 2 owners, we'll have kind of the master bedroom, even in new construction, and we have what we call a mini master or a nice suite for their their buddies, or that of all the guest rooms, there's one that's a little bit nicer. So that's kind of a typical thing that is kind of a trend, I guess, that we've been seeing happening lately.
Yeah, we're starting to see some combined family trends where you've got multiple generations starting to pull parents back in, or kids coming home to roost for a while they're figuring things out, especially after this last crazy economy that
Sure.
we've gotten out of.
That's probably especially the case with second homes, because so many different people would be coming and going. Do you find that a lot? I mean, Kiowa being a second home kind of place. Do you find that a lot?
Well, and like I said, that especially people find renovation very attractive, in that they love the neighborhood, where they are and that sort of thing, and we've seen lots of in my practice, I've probably done as equal number of renovations as I have
Really?
new construction.
That actually surprises me.
Yeah, it's. I find some architects only do new construction. It's kind of interesting, but no, I've always, and it's kind of interesting. And people ask me, and say, "Well, what do you like?" Say, "Well, I guess you could have a big ego and say, oh, I'd love to have a architectural expression of yourself." But actually, the renovations tend to be more satisfying because the homeowner has kind of lived with it, and there's some quirks that have kind of bothered them over, and then once you kind of clean up the floor plan, give them and they're just like, oh my gosh, it's they really are excited about how well the house functions, and they actually can enjoy the home much better. And the nice thing too is having some of the newer materials. They're a lot more sustainable in that that they'll last longer. They're what we call a life cycle cost. So you look over as the investments, and that's how these clients wanted us to look at the items, and then we discussed, and they said, well, if I have to pay a little bit more and it's a little bit more durable and I don't have to paint it so often, and that they were willing to go that route, which was a very smart way of doing it, especially in second home or investment property.
And this close to the coast.
Mhm.
I mean, we're literally steps to the ocean
Right.
from here. So it's a real tough climate for building products.
Speaking of sustainability, you'd actually mentioned to me about the HVAC system and how kind of unique that setup is. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we were fortunate enough to have an architect that thought out the process of what you do with HVAC, and we have designated areas in both wings that carry all of the HVAC equipment, and also sets where the trunks start and all the runs run from, and it's enabled us to keep all of the HVAC stuff in climatized space.
Mm-hmm.
So we have nothing running underneath the house, nothing that's susceptible to rodents or humidity or weather, or even if a flood came and came to right with underneath the floor area, we would still be okay. So encapsulating everything in the living space like that makes it so much more efficient. It should be so much cheaper to run this way.
You'd think people would do that more often.
Right.
Is that kind of unique?
No, well, I tell clients it's interesting. I did commercial projects early on in my career, and when you're doing a commercial structure, you basically have enough floor-to-floor height that you can run all the plumbing, all the mechanical systems. And as you know, throughout my 30s of practice, it's like we are putting a lot of systems into a home, and then you have to think about ceilings and and we have height limits, that sort of thing that you have to deal with, and it's a lot more complex. I mean, a residential home is actually a lot more complex than I've done multi-story buildings, and these are generally to try to integrate. It's kind of like designing almost like a compact car. You've got everything, it gets everything in there, but you've got to really think about where things go. And it's interesting, yeah, in critters, that's also a thing too. You have to be really careful. When we did renovations, we found raccoon runs and the floor joists that the raccoons had gotten in and all kind of, so it's, we had one client that there's a critter control thing out here, and she says, I keep sending her photos, and she said, I think it's the same one. They just keep sending the same photo. She's going, I want DNA to make sure that it's a different raccoon that you removed from the property.
Dropping them off at the end of the street.
Speaking about renovations, obviously you and Chris work together well and often. What made this renovation unique? I mean, you'd mentioned it was almost a total overhaul. Can you say why exactly it was?
Well, when we got into the structure, we found just less than we were hoping for. And you really can't be 100% sure. When the house was sitting on its foundation, everything looked to be substantially there. And then once we raised it and put it up on the I-beams and had space to crawl around underneath there and really look it over, not only were the piers unsubstantiated, but so were the footers. So we scraped everything out and started over again. That kind of almost happened all the way through the structure. We just got the worst case scenarios. We had way more rot than I could have ever expected, and it just ended up being virtually a new house, except for the touches that we tried to maintain for the clients.
And what were the touches?
Well, the great room that we're in, this was actually one of the key elements the clients wanted to maintain. It's a volume space, and so originally took up, basically it was a gabled roof area and turned it into a gambrel roof. The nice thing about the gambrel is that you get a lot of head clearance, so that's one reason why with our first scheme, when we showed them the renovation, we didn't have a second floor. And they say, well, with the gambrel, the beauty of it is you end up having some nice, you can walk up very close to the roof, and so the upstairs bedrooms are actually within the roof, and so that's what, and so that, again, the things that they were familiar, because like I said, they've got multiple years of family memories here, the two families, and so redoing the fireplace that was here originally and keeping the volume of this main living space was sort of the heart of the home, and then making a new open kitchen and open up to that area to kind of live like our lifestyle that we live now, more open, so we basically have the kind of the heart of the home, but have updated it, and it'll be a generational home for their children to inherit and keep the memories going.
Because they couldn't have kept the house that they had, basically. I mean, it was going to fall apart.
It was going to need something.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. It's like, do you put more good money after bad?
Right.
It gets to that diminishing return.
So there was that question: do you tear down the house?
Right, and we looked at again just taking it down and giving them the square footage. What it would cost at that time, what the cost per square foot to kind of replicate the house, and all new. And anyway, but again, they have a new house, and it still came in under that ultimate number if they had taken everything down. But they virtually have probably 90% of a new house. So, but it's great because then you have the life, of all the materials and that sort of thing. So they do get renewal, and then. And this talk about sustainability, renovation is the ultimate sustainability, because we did reuse a lot of the existing structure that was sound, and then add additional structure to shore up what was needed.
Okay, so being the builder, I can imagine that the ceiling is hard to build. It looks quite difficult with the inward curves and things. How did you tackle that?
The truss came down from a truss manufacturer up in the northern part of the state, and he sent them down to 3 pieces, each truss, and then left them here for us to figure out to assemble and whatnot. But through Chris's design and whatnot, we had a pretty solid idea of how we were doing all of this and how we made the bow shape, the inverted bow shape of the ceiling line. And so the real challenge was they're pretty hefty and very heavy, and my 3 guys and myself were challenged with how to put each section up and then put the 3 sections together and meld them together and attach them all and make them self-supporting. And that was the challenge and the trick, was putting them all up and together.
Because ultimately that is the goal, is it's supposed to support the ceiling. It's not just there to be beautiful, right? I mean, it's structural.
These trusses are not particularly structural
okay.
at all. These trusses are all set up for the decorative aspect of them.
Back in the day, I guess they were
but
structural.
they're heavy, so these have to be supported.
Supported.
Too.
They have to be really well hung from the existing rafter system.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite part of the house? I know you mentioned the upstairs, that one bedroom, which is fantastic.
When the client starts to work through Chris and say, okay, we'd really like to do something really wild and different in here, and you get to put up like a beadboard interior that goes throughout this room, and then the mantel and the bookcase design comes together, and then your cabinet maker starts bringing in his cabinetry and whatnot. So towards the end of the project, when you really start to see all of the design work come together and start to really meld, that would be it.
And what about you?
Same. I think, again, probably the great room space, I think we're the most pleased with, because again, we modernized it, still brought in as much glass and view we can, because the nice thing, this is facing north, so we can have it, as much light without having to worry about, the sun coming in and heating up the room. So it was great. So we could, and there's, the wonderful trees and the golf course view. So it really does like, I feel like you're, you blur that inside outside feel.
Sure.
And then they did do an amazing back porch.
Oh, yes.
Off the back, and runs right out onto the deck, and their barbecue and whatnot, so they can really capitalize on the golf course front, living out there.
Now, you work separately and together, right? So if someone were to need remodeling, they can always come to you, or new construction. And same for you. I imagine you do new construction as well.
Absolutely.
Now, how would they go ahead and contact you? Do you both have websites that are independent of one another?
Oh, yeah.
We do.
And what are they?
Chris?
ChrisRoseArchitects.com.
Okay.
And mine's CantonConstructionCo.com.
Okay. And what if they wanted to give you a call? Chris, what's your
843-559-7670.
And do you suggest that people give you a call if they're even just thinking about getting an architect?
Exactly. Or again, they can go to our website, and you can contact us by email through the website, which is great. And actually, we're redoing the website, so hopefully we'll be launching the new revised one in a couple weeks. So
I think that's our goal too. We'll see. And what about your phone number?
795-6388.
Okay. And do you do smaller projects as well, or just
Yes.
total remodels? Okay.
We
That's
do.
good to know.
We do from very small to very large,
Great.
all ranges.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. This has been a really great house to walk through.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm talking about a home. Talking about me and you. The things we'll do. I said a home. I'm not talking about a one-night stand. I want to be your man. I said a home.
You've been listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. Talking About a Home is brought to you by the publishers of Charleston Home and Design magazine and the organizers of the Charleston Home and Design Show and the Custom Home and Remodel Show. To make contact with any of the companies featured today, visit newhomecharleston.com, Charleston's online home show, and home to over 200 local home-related companies motivated to work with you.